Hello, my name is Diane, and I am taking a walk with cancer. That is the name of this channel. That is the general vibe. So that's my little introduction. I just kind of pulled over to the side of the road, and there's a cute little campground here right next to the creek. Sorry, I guess it's not a creek, it's an actual river. It's the Truckee River, but there's like no path to get down there. So now I gotta find a path or tromp through the bushes. So yeah, I've been recording these videos, I don't know, for a couple weeks now. I think I've recorded maybe 10 or 12. I've missed a couple days, but then I've also done double recordings on some days. I don't know, time is not something I have ever had a strong grasp on. It's even more slippery of a concept for me at this current juncture, because I'm not working. I don't know, all my days kind of bleed together, and my brain is mush at this point too. So anyways, my point is that this is a new channel. If you are here, thank you for being here. Hopefully I'm sharing something of value and not just rambling. I do actually have a running list of subject matter that I would like to share on here, intentional subjects that I think are important, that I think I have something important to say about them. So I will start leaning into that just a little bit more structured content for this space. Up until this point, I've just kind of been flying by the seat of my pants and just doing random check-ins on how I feel in the moment, and that's fine. However, I feel like if you are a person who is going through this, if you've been diagnosed with cancer, or if somebody you love has been diagnosed with cancer, you probably want actual helpful information, and I would love to try to provide that. So that being said, I'm going to just quickly show you how beautiful this river is. It's flowing pretty good right now. We've had a lot of rain and snow, unusually late in the season. So the river is flowing, which is good. That's a good sign. We need the water. But yeah, aside from this beautiful river, the thing that I actually wanted to come on and share about today has to do with beauty. It has to do with image. And I feel like as women, I'm assuming if you have breast cancer, you have breasts, and you're a woman. Please don't take any of that out of context or think I'm being closed-minded, but biologically speaking, actually I think men can get breast cancer now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But I am speaking from my own experience as a woman with breasts and breast cancer. So, give me whatever grace you feel like I need and or deserve in that realm. I'm gonna have a seat, actually. I'm sorry. I know the whole thing is like taking a walk with cancer, but there's no path. There's no path. And so I'm just gonna sit for today and enjoy the river and record this video. And I'll take a walk with my dog when I get home. So, yeah. Image, beauty, and ugliness. I feel like ugliness is something that we have been taught to avoid, to disguise, to hide, to cover up, to get rid of, to erase, to fix. And as beautiful as nature is, there has to be that balance. Like light and dark, good and bad, beautiful and ugly. And life itself does not exist without those aspects coexisting and balancing each other out. And you can't enjoy the beauty of nature and at the same time ignore the things that aren't so beautiful. Those are realities too. And to get the full spectrum experience, both things should be acknowledged, should be expressed. So just a little bit of a background story. I'm going to try not to make an extremely long video. I know I'm already almost at the 10-minute mark. I try to stay within 5 to 10 minutes. This video will be longer. You can probably see that before you even clicked on it. So there you go. But prior to this diagnosis, I was, and in some realms still am, a yoga instructor. I won't share my whole story on that in this video. I probably will in a future video. But my point is that my presence on social media, my online persona, my image, my branding, all of that was very wrapped up around me being a yoga instructor. I used that social media platform to share my offerings, my classes, my retreats. Like, the social media platform was part of my business, a functional part of my business. And the marketing and the branding coaching that I received before setting up my business was highly centered around aesthetic. Side note, if you're not into astrology, just let it go in one ear and out the other. But side note, I'm a Libra. Libras are ruled by Venus. What that means, my ruling planet is Venus. Venus is the goddess of love, of beauty, of art, of romance, of poetry, of all the finer things. Very heavy on the aesthetics. So to back up even further in my timeline, I have not always been super into aesthetics. When I was young, I felt ugly. I felt insecure. I felt not beautiful. And because I didn't feel beautiful, I didn't lean into superficial things like hair, makeup, clothes, stereotypical things that maybe teenage girls would be leaning into. I've always felt kind of plain. I've always felt a little tomboy-ish, awkward, like very much ugly duckling syndrome. So I never really cared about that as a child. Fast forward, I blossomed into a woman and started to appreciate the way that I looked. My body, my face, my hair. This is not my hair, by the way, though I do love this hair. I don't have any hair right now. This is my hair, but yeah, like in my early 20s, even my late teens, I would say, I started to care more about appearances and aesthetics and image, and I made an effort to enhance my beauty, you know, like with all of those tools, with the hair, the makeup, the clothes, the whatever. I started like finding my own style. It was definitely a late transition for me, but once I found that inner confidence, then I could express myself more freely and appreciate my looks, my natural beauty, my whatever. And I definitely leaned much more heavily into the natural beauty thing. See these nails? Fake. Hair? Fake. Eyebrows? Drawn on. These are desperate times, and they call for desperate measures. Underneath these nails, these fake nails, my real nails are brittle and discolored, and they don't look healthy. What I realize now is that health is a big part of beauty. So if you take care of your body, you will look better, right? If you eat well, your skin will look better. If you have good hygiene, right, your teeth will be whiter. Like, taking care of your body is more important than just slapping on fake eyelashes, fake nails, extensions, whatever it is. Like, I really do believe in the inner beauty, taking care of yourself, and then letting that shine out, right? As well as including aspects of your personality, your character, your unique individual qualities. Like, so I don't want you to assume I'm a shallow, superficial, aesthetically based person. I'm very much not. Never really have been. I'm gonna try not to get emotional. But it took me so many years to appreciate my natural beauty, you know, and then I had a good solid chunk of years where I was in it, where I wasn't struggling to find myself, where I wasn't discovering myself, but I had found myself. I had learned to love myself. I had learned to take care of myself. I had learned to appreciate all of me, you know, the inside me, the outside me, the me that the world sees, the me that I see. And then a lot of that identity, a lot of that self-image has been for lack of a better word, shattered. Completely shattered. My very long, thick, luscious hair is gone. My eyebrows that I struggled with for years because in middle school they were big and bushy and full. I have thick hair. It's a blessing and a curse. In middle school, my eyebrows were too big, too bushy, too full, and then I plucked them into oblivion. If you're a millennial, you know what I mean. And then they were super thin, and then I had to let them grow back, and so I had finally found like this perfect medium, perfect style for my face, perfect everything. Not perfect, but I had come to a place of peace. And now my eyebrows are falling out, right? I had these long, beautiful eyelashes that are also falling out. I had very good skin. I used to drink heavily. I used to smoke cigarettes. I used to smoke other things. I used to put a lot of toxic things into my body in my teens, in my 20s. And then after I became a mom in my 30s, I worked very hard to clean up my lifestyle, clean up my diet, clean up my habits. And my skin was so nice. And even at 38, I hadn't really noticed, I've noticed some things. I'm not perfect. Everybody ages. Everybody gets fine lines and wrinkles. Everybody gets sunspots and freckles and moles and whatever. And of course, I had those things too. But as far as blemishes, breakouts, a bad, unhealthy skin, I had sort of outgrown that in both my age and in my practices. And now, I don't know, how quality this image is on your computer or on my screen or whatever, but my skin is very damaged. Right now, your skin is your biggest organ in your body. It's the number one way that you purge toxins out of your body, and I am routinely being pumped full of toxins. Like, that's not a joke, that's not a metaphor, that's not me being dramatic. Chemo is toxic chemicals being pumped directly into your veins. It's harsh, it's serious, it's damaging, and my skin shows that. My skin is weak, my skin is sensitive, I bruise easily, I blemish easily, I burn easily, if I bump up against something, like, I'll start bleeding because my skin got ripped open. Like, it's really crazy. I don't want to be like a lewd, but you can see like all these red spots on my chest right now. That usually happens about a 5 to 10 day period after my treatments. And again, it's just like my skin is just purging all these toxic chemicals out of every single pore, out of every single cell. And it's really hard to look at yourself. It's really hard to record yourself and then go back and look at yourself. I recently made the mistake of looking back at some of the videos that I've posted on YouTube already. Because I'm walking and because I'm holding my phone at the worst fucking angle. Like, every video is like double chin, and I'm not fat. I'm like, I'm a healthy girl, I'm in shape. But I have so much like inflammation, you know, like that everything is just puffy and swollen and red and irritated. And so not only do I feel like shit a lot of the time, I look in the mirror and I have to see a face I don't recognize. A big, awkward, bald head, no eyebrows, splotchy, puffy, bloated, bruised, scarred, scabbed. My whole body is just taking a beating, and you can see it. And it sucks. And to backtrack about the whole image, appearance, branding, social media, whatever. On my Instagram, you know, you use the filters, you edit the photos, you take 20 pictures, you pick the best one. And then you still edit that image, and then you still put a filter, and then, you know, every post is curated, every image is curated. And sharing here in this space without filters, without editing, without having the proper angle, the proper lighting, a good outfit, a cute, you know, having my face on. Like, there's videos where I have hair, there's videos where I don't. There's videos where I'm wearing a hat, and where I'm not. Where I have eyebrows, where I don't. Where I have makeup, no makeup. So it's been really confronting to share this version of myself, because I'm not happy with it. Like, I don't feel good, I don't look good, and that's hard to put out for the world. And we're not taught that ugly deserves a space in the spotlight. And the shit I'm going through right now is not cute. It's ugly. And it's hard. So, if you are going through this as well, and you are feeling badly about yourself, and you just want to crawl in a hole and pray you don't run into somebody you know at the grocery store, I get it. And those are valid feelings, and it's not gonna last forever. You will get through it. I will get through it. And in the way that life balances itself, I believe that there will be so much beauty just waiting on the other side. And that's my share for today. I don't normally... Oh my god. Sorry guys. I don't normally like to come on here and be like a downer. I like to come on and share a little bit of information, be uplifting, be positive. I do believe in toxic positivity. I do believe in transparency. And yeah, I guess this is my dose of transparency for you today. This is me. This is my ugly little sweatsuit that I wear to my chemo treatments. This is my damaged little face and my sparse eyelashes, and that's okay, because there is still so much beauty in the world, and the superficial beauty is a reflection of what's on the inside. What's on the inside of me right now is literally fucking toxic chemicals. But it won't be like that forever. And that's that. Whatever you're going through today, I hope you get through it. I hope you give yourself grace. I hope you can see the other side. Au revoir.